It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have a beer from Browar Harpagan, and it's a bottle of their Buzdygan Rozkoszy. That's the best I can describe this beer. This beer was sent to me by the wonderful Mark Watney in Poland. He's written out some bits and pieces for me on a sheet how to pronounce the beer, because it is quite difficult to pronounce if you don't speak the language of Poland. There's the bottle cap, but it's a Caribbean Imperial Stout, and it's coming in at 9% ABV. I'm really looking forward to trying this beer. Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. It's a brand new brewery for me. I've not tried any of their beers. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. I've given it quite a rigorous pour, and it's created a one finger tan coloured head. Jet black beer in the glass. This looks quality, absolute quality. As you rock the beer back and forth, you can see the carbonation chasing the head of the glass. It's a thick, viscous looking beer. Lots of kind of, it looks like engine oil, carbonated engine oil. Looks terrific. Let's get the nice lacing on the glass also. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow. Chocolate, coffee, caramel, oats, coconut, cinnamon. Yeah, the coconut comes through lovely, and the vanilla, coconut and vanilla comes through beautifully well. A little bit of vinous qualities on the back end, a little bit of plum, fig, prune. It smells tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Wow! Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a fantastic beer. I'm sure the brewery won't mind, because it's a great beer. That reminds me of a Norwegian brewery's beer. They're called Løvig, and Løvig make an Imperial Stout called 3 Bean Stout, and it's tremendous. It's an amazing stout. This tastes just like Løvig's 3 Bean Stout. It is fantastic. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. Oh, it's velvet. Just velvet in a glass. Engine oil. Carbonated engine oil. Chocolate, coffee, caramel coming through in abundance. If you think of chocolate, melts in your hand, thick, gloopy mouthfeel, sticky. If you think of caramel, same thing, but sweeter. Sticky kind of caramel on your hands. It's got a good mouthfeel. Same with coffee. A nice latte. It's thick and gloopy going down. The reason why I mention all of these things, all of these sweets and chocolates and hot drinks, is because the flavours are there. The chocolate, the coffee, the caramel, the flavours are in the beer. And when you think of them flavours, as I mentioned just now, the thickness, the boldness, the stickiness of these products, the mouthfeel of the beer has to connect with that. It has to be the same. It has to be sticky and thick and gloopy, and it pulls it off. It then pulls off that kind of Imperial Stout magic, because it works. It works in the same way as say Starbucks want you to be drinking their latte nice and thick and whatever, and Cadbury's want you to be eating it melt in the mouth chocolate, and whatever toffee company wants you to do the same thing. It's producing good quality produce and products that make things as good as they are. Does that make any sense to you guys? I mean, look at it. Look at the beer as I rock it round in the glass. It's just tremendous. Coconut, vanilla, touch of licorice. On the back end then, this is your hops coming through, your plum, your fig, your prune. Just tremendous. Little bit of bitterness on the back end. Well, quite a lot of bitterness actually. There's a lot of bitterness coming from the roasted malt. There's a lot of bitterness coming from the hops. And then there's a sweetness from the malt to begin with. So it's not completely balanced, but there's a nice balance to the beer. A little bit of sweetness, lots of bitterness. It's like a balance like this. A leaning balance. Right, there's the description of the beer, if you want to pause the video and have a look at that. Of course, if you're watching from Poland, but I got a Mark Watney, the kind Mark Watney has been kind enough to translate the back of the label into English for me. So here we go. There are weapons so powerful that they are able to change the fate of the battle. A mace of pleasure is such a weapon. Each broken skull causes more and more ecstasy and pleasure. You only want one thing: crush your enemies. Everything has its price. I'm glad I like this beer, otherwise the brewer might come at me with a mace. Right, so the beer, Buzdygan Rozkoszy, and that's what it says on the front of the label, I'm pretty sure, means a mace of pleasure in Polish. I'm ready to rate it. What a fabulous beer. This brewery's beer, I've had one of their beers. I would like to try IPAs from them. I'd like to try New England IPAs, porters, stouts. I reckon these guys are the real deal. They really are producing, or they've produced one excellent beer. I can only imagine that the rest of their range, pardon me, is absolutely tremendous. Terrific, tremendous. Rating. That's as good as Lervig's 3 Bean Stout. Tremendous beer. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.